points now. They're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
35 yards that time on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. 1 second, all that remains. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA Sports. Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The offense for the NFC back out there. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room. Maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. He's got a man. Complete. Still on his feet. And all the way in for the touchdown. Mike Evans, 81 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now this one has been fun so far, as the Pro Bowl usually is. A lot of relaxed faces out there. 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch, Rick. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. It's a room to maneuver. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. It's the AFC in possession, though they trail here to begin the fourth. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Finding Kelsey. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Jackson. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Puka Nacua, 40 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon. And you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just two plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The AFC set to take over on offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Purdy. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Quinnen Williams in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.